Is this a trick question? You know, I'm not conceited, but I'm gonna put
Yeah,
myself on that list, but
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real too. I'll keep it real. For top five for me, based off of my taste of Afrobeats, Davido for sure number one. Number two, for melodies, just who's always bringing good vibes, Whiskey. Number three,
Exclusive interviews, global voices, real stories.
Everyone, so today we got Canada's Queen of Afrobeat with us today. Could you tell us where you were born and how it has shaped your song?
yes, yes, yes. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Zochi. I am Nigerian born, Regina, Saskatchewan raised. How I shaped myself, I started doing music when I was 13 years old. Moved to Canada and it's just been a part of who I am, I've been writing songs, I've been making other genres of music as well as Afro beats, but Afro beats is my core. Released my first Afrobeat single in 2021 titled Alone Whole Again, and we remastered it in last year for my debut EP. Yeah, I've been doing this for about uh 4 years now, you know, making it into a career. So you can check out my EP, African Man Fairy Tale, on YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, and I got two music videos on my YouTube channel as well.
Okay, so I did some research on you and I heard about your experience with stage fright at one time. For those who haven't heard about that story, could you walk us through that experience and how it has shaped your performances and
Yeah,
current?
my first my first time going on stage, I think this happens to every artist that's just starting out. Um, yeah, so I went on stage for a show. It was called can't remember, Aphrodisiac, I think. Um, I was ready. I had my set list in my mind, everything. First time ever performing. I got on stage and just it's just something about standing on the stage at the time and just seeing people looking at you, waiting for you to perform. I instantly had stage fright, didn't know that I was going to be feeling that way. I closed my eyes, did my entire set, just standing in one place, making sure the mic was right there, and right after my set, I just walked away from the stage and all I could hear was just people clapping. And then that was it. So I'm like, wow, I couldn't even, look at the people and say thank you so much for coming to my set and all of that. So yeah, that was something. But over time, just as I kept performing on stages, I overcame it, and also I that taught me how to prepare for that. You never know
Yeah,
how you're gonna feel when you get on stage, but it's just something to prepare for as well as practicing your sets and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta start before you could crawl, right?
Yeah, yeah. Gotta start
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
You released your debut EP, African Man Fairy Tale and Beside Me. Could you share with us your creative and emotional journey behind the releases?
Yeah, so I'm a queer artist. Like I said, I'm from Nigeria, so I wanted to drop my first EP just honoring my roots and honoring the person that God created me to be. So the basis of African Man Fairy Tale was just me expressing love in all the ways that it's shown up in my life. Love for God, which you can find on track three, Alone Whole Again. Love for a woman, track one, Can I, Colombia. Love for friends and, frenemies, last track, Hurt, so I chose the name African Man Fairy Tale because African man is a saying that back home we say I'm an African man. It's not like a gender-based term. It just means you're from Africa, somebody that comes from Africa. And then fairy tale was kind of like a like a funny thing because coming from where I come from, being queer and being lesbian and all of that back home is heavily frowned upon. So it's kind of like a fairy tale to be, dreaming of living that lifestyle out and proud like that, and being bold with my lyrics and the intentions of my writing. So I chose the name fairy tale just to honor where I'm coming from, and to let people know that I can do this because God has put me in a country where I'm able to express myself freely and not worry about jail time or doing it on the low or having strategic plans for why I'm the way that I am. So yeah, that's why it's called African Man Fairy Tale. And then that was released last year in May 2024. And then I released my first single of the year, Beside Me, during Pride Month, June 2025 this year. And that song, I just wanted to connect both. It's a queer anthem that's based on faith. I'm declaring my love for God and the fact that God made me, and I'm not ashamed to say that God loves me and He loves my queerness and He created me to be that way. So it's just an anthem to uplift my community and to, boldly proclaim my faith in Jesus and just keep walking. So that's what Beside Me is about.
Okay. And, my dad used to do soca, and he had
Nice.
his biggest song was called African Chant.
African shirt.
Chant.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
African Chant.
Chat, chat. Okay, okay. Yeah. Who?
Yeah,
What song was that? That was your dad's song.
yeah, you got nominated
Yeah.
for
All right.
Juno in 1983, I believe, for it too.
Cool.
The
Cool.
soca song, and he had it on a label that Mighty Sparrow and all the big soca artists from New York. It was a label from New York and Charlie's Records. So when I saw African Man Fairy Tale, it reminded me of my
Yeah.
dad's African
That's what's
chat.
up. That's what's up. Yeah. Shout out to your dad, man. That's cool. It's always good when we can relate with the littlest things like that. So,
Yeah,
so sorry. Where are you from?
I'm from Grenada.
Grenada.
Yeah,
Nice. From the Caribbean. Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes people think we're Nigerian. Yeah,
Yeah. We're
yeah,
all one, man. Honestly. They say a lot of Nigerians remind Jamaicans of themselves, and Jamaicans
yeah,
remind Nigerians of themselves. I think it's the whole culture with the Caribbean culture and just like our roots as Black people. Yeah.
that's true. So, as the first ever artist in residency and honorary Afrobeat Artist of the Year with SEMA House in Toronto, what did that
Yeah.
feel like getting that kind of accolade?
Man, shout out to so SEMA is the Canadian Emerging Artist Music Awards. Shout out
Yeah,
to them. I was in Regina at the time when I got the news from the founder and the CEO, Sandra Henine, and she let me know that they're offering me this thing, and I had to think about it, and it's an artist development, mostly artist development program for 1 year while I'm out here, just working on myself, my craft, my mental health, my spirituality, my creativity, everything that makes me, the best person I can possibly be from the inside out. When I first heard that, man, I was happy. I was happy, very, very excited, a little bit scared because, I used to pray to God and say, show me the next steps and let me know what's next for me in this music thing, especially living in a beautiful small town like Saskatchewan, where the kind of music that I do is just now coming to the forefront. It's not like the entertainment hub of Canada. So there are times where I felt like, I'm well recognized in my community, but I would love to take it a little bit farther. So just that was an answered prayer for me. So I took it. Um, and I'm here now doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm happy to be here. That's my first honorary award for anything. So shout out to SEMA. Yeah, so it's been good. It's been good. I'm getting mentored by Michael Williams, doing some production sessions with solitaire vocal lessons, with Elaine. So that's just where
yeah.
that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Okay. Also seen that you performed at NXNE 2025. And
Yes, yes,
going
North
through
by.
Palms and Stories tour as well. They've been on tour with Julie Black,
Yeah,
iconic Julie
yeah.
Black.
Iconic Julie Black. Yes, the legendary,
So how was
Canada's
that
queen.
that experience?
It was good. It was good. I believe that's one of the things that led SEMA into recognizing my hard work and my talents and stuff. I
Yeah,
met Julie Black for the first time last year at the Grand River Black Music Festival, where a lot of SEMA representatives were actually at that event. It was my first big star-studded event. I got to open up for Julie Black on the stage and also open up for Solitaire back to back and then sat on panels with her as well. So we connected last year and then when I seen she was going on tour, I reached out, we talked about it. She co-signed me. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was gonna get, because
yeah,
Julie Black, remember, I was like, I'm gonna just shoot, I'm just go for this thing, and
yeah.
she co-signed
She's
me.
down to earth. I've
Yeah,
gone to the
yeah,
red
she
carpet
is.
and
She
stuff.
is.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that experience was just one in a million, one of a kind. Not only did I get to travel with her to another province, sorry, another city out of my province because I did the Saskatchewan leg with her. So Regina and Saskatoon. Not only did I get to perform in another city with her as well, in my province, I also got to connect with her backstage. For me, I think that was the biggest thing,
yeah,
was being able to have those conversations, and just when you're around somebody like Judy Black, who's just legendary, that I think for me, I just watch and observe, and just
yeah.
take it all in, learn from her stage presence, very, very down to earth, very humble, very kind, to everybody around her. Her team was amazing. The hospitality was incredible. I had a lot of fun with my friend who was also on the camera side of things. So it was a great experience. And then after that, I got the call from SEMA, and that was how, things came
Yeah.
together. So yeah.
You also
And
mentioned,
not by two, not by Northeast. Yeah.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
that was
We've
also my
covered,
first show in
yeah,
Toronto.
we've
Yeah,
covered
performing
that
at
event from time.
NXNE. So
So
what you say?
you also mentioned Michael Williams. How was it working with him? Because he's very legendary. He was the one that
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of artists on in the city back in the 80s and 90s when there wasn't too much exposure on television.
yeah. Yes, yes. Michael started a lot of the Black culture that we see in Canada, um, hip hop, radio, TV, you name it. Michael is very cool, very legendary. Straight to the point. He's a part of SEMA, and I get mentored by him from time to time. I'm still in the program, so it's been good. It's been great, just learning a lot, getting encouraged a lot by, you know, um, just listening to him give me advice on certain things and how to do certain things. So it's been good. It's been good. It's been good. Yeah,
You talked about working with Solitaire. How was working with a producer that has history like him?
man. I played my entire EP for Solitaire in the studio, and we just we just got right into it.
Yeah,
I have a lot of songs that I'm working on or that I have in my vault that I'm trying to, reproduce and stuff like that. So as the days go by, we'll see about that. But so far, so
yeah,
far so good. So good. He's a very busy guy too. Yeah.
yeah. So, what advice would you give emerging artists, especially BIPOC, LGBTQ, and Afrobeat artists who are trying to find their voice in the Canadian scene?
Man, I would say be accessible to the hip hop community in Canada. Canada's black music scene is a lot of hip hop and a lot of soca too. Not so much Afrobeats yet, but we're coming up. So I would say just be accessible, keep working hard, get in touch with the legends. If you don't know them, get into mentorship programs. I'm not sure about other provinces, but how I got to the stage that I'm at right now was through becoming a Sax Music member. So Saskatchewan Music is the organization that runs music in Saskatchewan, and we had a mentorship session that, and we always had they have a listing where you can send your music to. They have Black radio stations, so I was always sending my songs to Black radio stations just to put my name out there, and that's how I got connected with a mentor. And with
Yeah.
Sandra, actually, we got connected through the Sax Music Mentorship page, did a couple mentorship sessions, showed up, did the work, did the grind. Don't be afraid. Everybody doesn't like grants, but don't be afraid to, seek out the resources that you need for, you know, for your art, for your creativity. So my advice is just to keep grinding, especially as an Afrobeats artist. They love Afrobeats. Like our sound is making waves in Canada. So I would say just show up, connect with the Black hip hop community, connect with the Black Afrobeats community in Toronto, the people that have been here for a minute. I'm still learning myself as well. So yeah, that's what I would say. Don't stop grinding, man. Don't stop.
So I wanted to ask, because I'm not sure, does the Juno Awards have an award for Afrobeats?
No, not yet. Not yet. Soon though, soon. That's the goal, right? Where we influence the culture, the Canadian culture. Because at the end of the day, Canada, for me specifically, I can speak for myself as a queer Afrobeat artist. Like, I don't think I would have been able to express or write music the way that I do in this country back home. Canada has created a safe space for us to thrive and tell our stories. I think it's super groundbreaking as well. So, I think the sound is making its way around, and obviously with the help of the OGs, with the help of the people at the top that see us and hear our stories and teach us and mentor us, I think we can get that. In Saskatchewan, we have the Afrobeats Artist Award actually, and also now at Breakout West, which is Western Canadian Music Awards. So that's Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, yeah, the three big Western provinces. Yeah, so now we have the Afrobeat Artist of the Year category, which I'm actually nominated for this year. So I think that's a good sign to just know that we're making waves. We're coming around. So hopefully soon the Junos will recognize this genre and do the needful. But we can only watch and see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So for fans that are just getting to know Afrobeats, who would you consider to be the top five Afrobeat artists of all time and why?
Is this a trick question? You know, I'm not conceited, but I'm gonna put
Yeah,
myself on that list. But I'm
yeah,
gonna I'm gonna keep it real too. I'll keep it real. For top five for me, based off of my taste of Afro beats, Davido for sure number one. Number two for melodies, and just who's always bringing good vibes, Whiskey. Number three, I would say Rema. I love Rema's stuff.
yeah.
He just came out, but that dude he's crazy. He's insane. And then Burna Boy, and then I'm gonna put Zochi right there, right after Burna Boy. So yeah, yeah.
Rounds out the top five.
Yeah, top five. And for legendary, if you want to know where Afro beat started from, go listen to Fela Kuti. And that's Afro beat. And then for beats, for like the modern day Afro beats, Two Face Adibia. That's the legend right there. African Queen by Two Face Adibia. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to leave your listeners with most when they listen to your music?
Positivity. All my songs are about love and from every different love story. I want my listeners to feel like they can also to feel connected to my words and that they also experience the same things that I do. I know that I'm a queer artist, so whenever you hear me say she, I'm talking about a girl as a girl, but at the end of the day, I think love is love on a greater scale where even straight people, whatever you identify as, when you love somebody, it doesn't matter. So when people listen to my song, I want them to feel that soulful connection. I want them to also feel God's presence in their lives, regardless of the context of what you're going through. God is always there with us in everything that we do, and we just have to look around for him. The signs are always there. So yeah, that's one thing I would love my listeners to feel, just that soulful connection and always feeling like at the end of the day I can still proceed in love and through love.
Okay. So, are there any projects coming out down the line that you want people to know about or be aware?
Yes, I just dropped my merch today, about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
www.zochimerch.ca. It's live right now. We got a couple t-shirts. We got crop tops for the girls and for the guys that don't mind the crop tops. Everybody, it's called the SSU collection. SSU collection is called Same Sex Us, and it's created to honor queer people's creativity and our right to faith. And for everybody, it's genderless, man. Everybody's welcome to wear the merch. So that I'm working on for the next 2 to 3 months while working on my new single that I'm trying to drop maybe this winter or sorry, this fall or next winter, super early. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now. So you can check my Instagram, official Zochi Music, for all the content that I'll be dropping surrounding my merch and my music beside me, still on heavy rotation. We just dropped that, June. So we're only in September, so I'm still promoting that song as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, we'll well, you get tagged and everything when the article comes out, but um, I'll try to get the piece you're talking about, your merchandise dropping today. I'll try to
Yes,
put that
yes.
piece out today because it's
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Zochimerch.ca. That's where you can find it. We got exclusive pieces too, so hurry up and get it. Support me so we can afford this next single,
yeah.
whatever money we make, it goes right back into the music. Keep us motivated. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, telling your
Thank you so
story.
much for having me, Kevin.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good day. Bye.
You too.